Before I speak, look at this. Bone, muscle, a fading body. One day, this is all that remains of us. Not our titles, not our pride, not our arguments. Just structure. But what shapes that structure are the moments we survive in silence. This is one of mine. I hope you watch it to the end. 10 years ago in South Nigeria, an 8-year-old boy left his village. His name was David. David wasn't leaving for adventure. He wasn't leaving for luxury. He was leaving because his aunt promised him something powerful. Education. A guarantee future. A chance to help his younger siblings one day. When they arrived in Lagos that evening, everything felt bigger, louder and faster. That same day, she told him to freshen up after the journey. After washing, he opened the only thing he brought from home, a small sack bag. Inside were his clothes, old, thin and faded. But they carried something no one else could see. They carried smoke from his mother's cooking fire, the touch of his siblings' hands, the dust of the only home he had ever known. He picked one and wore it. When his aunt saw him, her face hardened. "How can you wear rags in my house?" Before he could speak, she dragged the sack to the middle of the room. She untied it. One by one, she pulled everything out. Shirts, trousers, small worn fabrics folded by his mother. To her, they were embarrassment. To him, they were memory. She gathered them and threw them away. David did not cry. He stood still. At 8 years old, he understood something dangerous. Noise can make things worse. Later that night, when the house was quiet, he stepped outside. The sack bag lay near the bin, clothes scattered. He picked up one shirt. It still smelled like home. For a moment, he held it. Then he heard her voice from inside. "David!" He dropped it, not because he wanted to, but because survival sometimes means letting go. By morning, the clothes were gone, and something else was gone too. The version of him that believed home could travel with him. That evening, he ate a heavy meal. More than he had eaten in a long time. His stomach was full, but something else felt empty. After dinner, Angela asked to see his school bag. He brought it. It wasn't really a bag, just a small cross bag with loose papers inside. When she opened it, anger returned. She called his parents irresponsible. She asked why they couldn't provide the basics. In that moment, something shifted in David. He lied. He said the books weren't his. They belonged to a classmate. He wasn't protecting himself. He was protecting their dignity. But the lie made it worse. She called his parents immediately. From that day on, the house felt different. Correction turned into constant nagging. Mistakes turned into beatings. School became his only escape. It started at 7 a.m. By 7:30 a.m., you must be there. Anything later meant punishment. But no matter how hard David tried, he could never leave the house early. It wasn't possible. He wasn't allowed to. And so, at 8 years old, he became known for something he did not choose. The boy who was always late, punished for what he could not control. What are the lessons in this short story? You see, Marcus Aurelius once said, "Stoicism teaches something very simple. You have power over your mind, not outside events." As seen in David's case, he could not control his aunt. He could not control poverty. He could not control how others judged him. But he did control one thing, his silence. Another Stoic also said, "It is not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them." To the world, he was a late student. To himself, he was surviving. There is a difference, and sometimes the world never asks for it. Some people grow loud when they are hurt. Others grow quiet. At 8 years old, David chose quiet. But silence does something over time. It either builds strength or it builds pressure. And pressure always looks for a way out. What happens when a child forced into silence finally learns to speak? That is part 2.